Some people who are in middle school or high school and their parents will ask me and say, hey, you should encourage them. And I'll tell their parents, don't do it. Don't push them to do this because don't take away their childhood. Don't take away the time that they should to find themselves, to explore who they are because I didn't get that, right? I never went to prom. I never went to homecoming because I never got the chance to. I was doing ceremonies. My name is Billy Lore. My real name, I would say, is Dunza Lo. Born and raised in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I am a 24-year-old shaman. So today I went to do a ceremony to raise someone as to be my student, to be a next shaman, and to become a shaman. So a shaman, or a shaman is someone who healed through using spiritual medicine, holistic healing, but primarily working in tandem with their spirit guides and healing community members. So they're spiritual healers in simple terms. She had a lot of pain, physical pain. She was in and out of hospital a lot, constantly, but no one could ever find what was wrong with her. She went into the hospital and had blood work done, and she came out with no symptoms. She was completely fine, and she was very confused about it. And so I did a ceremony. I looked, and I was like, oh, I think you have spirit guides. So morning shaman illness. And it is hard to actually determine what even is morning or even is, an illness that's coming on because you're experiencing a calling. So for me, what happened was I actually started getting sick. And the sickness or this illness, it didn't have a root. We were never able to find what was causing it. I was healthy, I was fine, but my pain wasn't going away. For example, my hands actually hurt so bad to the point where I couldn't hold a spoon to eat. I couldn't hold a pencil, and so I was doing horrible in geometry. I remember that because I could not hold a pencil, and it was so miserable. So my mom actually consulted in multiple shamans, and each time we did, the shaman would say, your son is going to be a shaman. My family actually, we went to church, and so we didn't practice traditional shamanism. We never had. The moment my parents got married in the States, we automatically went to church already, and so we had no idea what was going on. And it was a hard pill to swallow. Most of us didn't do it. And then to validate if you are a shaman, you have to take this test. We call it Qighuo, we call it Qie Ta, Qineng, there's multiple names, but it is really to see if you're going to shake. Bimoka Qi, we're going to try if you shake. When I finished that ceremony and I was sitting on a bench, I was huffing and puffing, I was out of breath. The shaman master eventually became my master. She sat right next to me and she told me, I'm not here to convert you. I'm not here to I'm not here to pull you any other way. I just want to ask you one thing. And that question is, do you believe in your experience? What you went through. Not spiritual, not religion. I'm asking, do you believe in your own experience? And I had to say yes because one, after I took that test, everything that I was sick with for 4 or 5 years, nothing helped. It went away in an instant. There's a lot of regrets of what happened, but I don't regret what I'm doing now. But if I could go back and change things, I would. I tell all my students and I tell everyone who is entering this stage, think very deeply because would I ever do it again? No, to be honest, I would never do it again. It's so difficult. It is so lonely. And although, people say, well, you got these wonderful opportunities that only a shaman can get, but, I tell people, well, I wanted to have that normal experience too. I wanted to live normally. I wanted to not have to constantly code switching between being young and old. No matter what you do, có tỷ sát từ rồi, nâng thọ có tỷ sát từ rồi, lô vạ có mũ ua xin. And you got the chilena yo. For example, sometimes I'm sick and I tell people I'm sick, I can't perform. Most times people don't care. They're gonna make you come. They're gonna say, "Do your light and border, you show up." I've had people who literally blow, literally call your clan leaders and be like, "Hey, and it makes you that people don't see you as human, people don't see you as Billy, and they see you as Itutsineng only, and it objectifies you, and sometimes I don't feel like I'm living, and it feels so heavy.
Dạ chân chế, dạ chân chỉ yêu này là ua bê cứ bê tỷ bê nâng bê trả bê thông bê yêu bê vì bê dầu lô, dạ chân chế chỉ yêu. Dạ chân chế chín châu nên gai nọ chín châu nên qua hậu lô, dạ chân yêu này là chế. Là mùa càng lì lời cũ là thực tí nữ bắn răng bắn mùa tu thơ nắng sở thơ khỏi cho và má dĩ ba số cho chế cho bộ dĩ chế dĩ ba số lô là càng lì lời.
Why I do it, why I continue doing it is because the results, people get better. The people I've helped, that pushes me. I take pride in what I do. I have pride in everything I do, so I do it with my utmost ability. I will always help people. I will always smile through it. When I was going through this, my sifu told me one thing. She had told me that through all of it, you are human. Do not lose yourself. You were chosen to become a shaman not because in your last lifetime you were a dragon or because you were Hotai. You were chosen to become a shaman because you are human. And it is the human part of you that will get you through. And so being a shaman is a superhuman burden, superhuman gift, but you are human, and so hold on to it as if you are human. When it gets heavy, learn how to let it go and breathe. Just know that the work you will be doing it is amazing. The people you are going to heal, the smiles you will receive will make your day, will make you feel better than any 9 to 5, 8 to 5 job ever. And that the impact that you will make will transcend beyond generations.